Peace. This is going to be a channel message for Virgo, Gemini, Aquarius, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Cancer. And Gemini will be heavily influencing, the energy of Gemini will be heavily influencing this read. Okay, we have reclaim your energy, Earth Star Chakra, home, and balance karma. So what I'm getting is that an initiation has taken place and has even been completed, okay? With this one energy, with the Earth Star Chakra initiation, this initiation was for one person in particular, okay? And whomever this particular person was, this may be someone with Gemini placements, okay? Some sort of initiation has been orchestrated or recently closed out for someone with Gemini placements, okay? So at this time, we have reclaim your energy with the number 6, okay? So this is something with 6 energy, that's Virgo energy, okay? So whomever you are, you may have Virgo placements as well. This is for a Virgo and Gemini. So Virgo and Gemini, okay, placements. With the 6 energy of Virgo, it's about stability and routine, okay? So there was some sort of routine that was orchestrated or initiated here for someone to have some sort of power or to reclaim their original energy, okay? Because 6 energy pertains to something that we do routinely, okay? And when an initiation process has started, there are certain things that you have to do routinely, all right? So we have home with 4. That's Cancer energy. That's the house that Cancer sits in, all right? So as far as the number 4 with Cancer, home, reclaiming your energy, some sort of initiation process for you to either obtain a home or for you to come back home to yourself, okay? And with initiation processes, I'm not a physical initiation person, okay? I have my own concepts in regard to that, but this is giving a spiritual initiation for Gemini placements, right? And that is for whatever energy or whatever power is supposed to be coming home or returning home back to you. And this initiation process is literally karma balancing out. All right? So there's some sort of, and we're in Libra season, we're coming into Scorpio season. I did a reading and then Spirit was saying, actually, this is something that you need to keep to yourself. So I deleted the video, but there's something significant that is going to be revealed in Scorpio season, and it may be processing right now in Libra season. Libra is about the balancing of scales, especially regarding relationships and partnerships, right? So the scales of karma is balancing, all right? So it's giving that someone, there was some sort of initiation that was being orchestrated in the physical realm and the spiritual realm here. But it was giving like, it's a test. I'm hearing it's a test. So this was a test for someone to come into some sort of understanding, some sort of knowing, or some sort of enlightenment. So this actually, the Earth Star Chakra sits above the crown, okay? Way above the crown. So this is giving like the last key or the last step towards some sort of enlightenment. Now, this isn't giving like full enlightenment, like you have the full context or the full answer, even though full spectrum did try to come out earlier. But it's giving like whatever chapter you are in right now, or whatever you needed to make it to the next level, you have basically come into some sort of awakening, or you just been enlightened to a degree. All right. So I'm gonna use these cards. I'm gonna pull a few oracles. So something about this initiation process is supposed to be clearing out some sort of grief, anger, or guilt. Okay, so if you have Gemini placements, there may be something that you are grieving, you are angered about, or something that you feel guilty for. All right, so whatever this initiation process was or is giving this is giving like some sort of recent past energy. All right, but there's definitely someone who is grieving, who is angry, or who is guilty. And you're having to process whatever that energy is and reclaim your original energy here. So this is giving like whatever process you went through, okay, you were basically, you had to acknowledge the role or the part that you played in some sort of situation that basically made you angry, guilty, or having to undergo some sort of grief here or loss. All right, so the first card that came out was support. Okay, when you were growing through this initiation process or whatever situation that you were in, okay, you may have felt like the support that was around you was basically discouraging you, or you may have felt like, this is the enlightening. You may have felt like you were being misled or misdirected. All right. The support that you were getting through whatever this initiation process is, whether it's spiritual or physical, okay, you feel that these people discouraged you or disappointed you, and it manifested some sort of loss with like either you lost yourself or you're grieving a part of yourself that was lost during this entire process. You may be angry at this support system for misleading you as well. Or you may feel guilty about this initiation process or guilty about using or having to utilize some sort of support here. But as you went through this initiation process and now that the initiation process has complete, now you're feeling more encouraged because you're starting to see that, okay, I have awakened to this truth. I am enlightened, okay, about this truth. Now, how am I going to move forward? How am I going to reclaim my energy? How am I going to reclaim my position and my role? Okay, it's giving someone doesn't want to be karmic anymore. And they've realized, or they may have realized, that the road they took, it's giving that they had this idea of, okay, I want to be of God. I want to be divine. I want to heal. I want to be better. I want to be healthy. I want to be wealthy. But whatever road you were going in, it may, with this support system here, it may have, like I said, someone is feeling misled, okay, or misdirected. Like someone, they had this certain intention, okay, and they spoke on this intention. And whatever support system was around them, basically kind of manipulated it and was just like, all right, we got you. We're going to assist you or support you in getting there, and realize that whatever this support system was actually kind of deterred them from their goal. So whomever this person is, okay, you are a Virgo, Gemini, Aquarius, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Cancer with Gemini placements, with Virgo placements, okay? But now this person is trying to, or attempting to, and this is giving like more than one person, but this person is trying to reclaim their energy or restore their energy or rebalance the karma, because they realize what all they were being used for. So it's giving like someone may have tried to use them as a puppet, and they're trying to find their way back home, okay? You may have Cancer placements as well. But whoever you are and wherever you're heading, it's like, I took the wrong turn and now I'm trying to find my way back home. I'm trying to find or reclaim my energy. Someone's identity, okay? Someone is trying to find who they are, what they are here for. Someone is really questioning, like, why did I have to go through that? Why did I choose to do that? Why did I trust this person, or these people? Why was I set up in this way? Why did I have to grow through this? And what all is going to manifest or come from this? What was the point in all this? This person is just wondering, okay, God, if I am submitting to you, or if I'm trying to give my life to you, or I'm trying to walk into divinity, why would you take me down this road? Why would you allow me to make these mistakes? Why would you allow me to trust these people? Or this person. But it's giving that this person may have taken advice from a lot of people, or they just put their trust in a lot of people, and they're realizing that, oh shit, I should have never trusted you. I should have never listened to you. I should have never taken your advice. I shouldn't have never allowed you to use me. And this person may be feeling like, damn, I'm way stronger than this. I'm way more intelligent than this. I'm smarter than this. And I allowed this person to manipulate me. I allowed these people to manipulate me. I allowed these people to use me. But I'm smarter than that. I'm better than that. And that's not who I want to be. That's not what I stand for. So it is basically manifesting this grief, angry, guilty person or energy, because that's not who you are. It's just your experience right now. So we have sadness coming out. This person may be, or you may be feeling sad. Okay, especially with this grief, anger, guilt energy. This may have put you in defense mode, or just questioning like, okay, well, damn, at this point, who do I trust? If I can't trust in this support system, okay, if I feel disappointed or misled, misdirected, whatever this person may be experiencing right now, if I can't trust these people, who do I trust? Who do I turn to? Who do I get advice from? Who do I lean on? God. If you want to walk in divinity, whoever you are, if you want to come back into divine alignment, you have to trust in yourself. You have to trust in God, okay? The advice that you take, do what you feel in your heart is the right thing. And if you feel that you are going in the wrong direction, build that relationship with God, or whoever it is that, whatever entity you're trying to contact or connect with. If this is your ancestors, if this is your spirit guides. And, I want to put this out there where a lot of people, you cannot call on certain ancestors. You cannot look to certain ancestors to do certain things for you. There are certain people who rely heavily on their ancestors, and they're wondering why their life is how it is, or they're just questioning, okay, ancestors, why would you give me this advice? Why would you take me down this road? Why would you do this? And it's because your ancestral lineage isn't always going to be in alignment with your mission, with your assignment, with your lifestyle, and the things you want to come into, especially if you are the generational curse breaker. Okay, if you are the generational curse breaker, you're going to have to go against not only society, but you're going to have to go against your ancestors, because there are certain ancestors that want you to carry the bloodline, carry everything that they built, all the information that they obtained, all of the legacies and the resources and networks and things like that. They want you to carry that out. But if you have chosen, or God has chosen you to go in a different direction, to break the generational curse, or to just do things different from your bloodline or lineage, you cannot call on your ancestors to guide you, because they're going to guide you in the direction that they want you to move in. Right? So you have to tap in with the God frequency. You have to align yourself with the God frequency. You have to check in with and get advice from God. And when you are doing what you're supposed to do, because you can feel when it's the right way. If you have to question or doubt anything, just know that that is not you. That is not of God, because God is not going to, or I would say your higher self or the higher frequency will not allow you to walk in fear, to walk in anger, to walk in guilt, to walk in shame, to walk in embarrassment, or have you tiptoeing around certain things, right? So you may be in this like defensive mode where you just don't know who to trust. You don't know who to talk to, who to get advice from. Because if you want to walk back into your divine alignment, or you want to walk in divinity, you're going to have to build that relationship with God. Not the external world, okay? Don't be no worldly ass person to where you're having to make all of your decisions, or you're having to adhere to the worldly standards, the worldly norms, the worldly people, okay? The worldly materials. That is not of God. God placed these tools, gifts, and resources for us to utilize them, and not for it to be us or become us. See, a lot of people are worldly individuals, okay? They let their titles become who they are. You know, they allow their roles to become who they are. You know, if you talk to a lot of people, or if you just have conversations with people, and a lot of people don't have any identity or personality outside of their title, outside of their role, outside of their jobs, outside of their careers, you know, outside of their families, outside of their relationships. They don't know who they are outside of those things. They don't know what role to assume outside of those things. They don't know what personality they have. They don't know what is actually, or who is actually them outside of those things. So if they're so heavily connected to the world and the materials, a lot of people feel powerful because they have a lot of money. A lot of people identify themselves with being wealthy and rich because they have the physical, monetary tools to be able to say, actually, I am wealthy and rich and things like that. But when you take away the glitz and glamour, when you take away the money, when you take away the job, when you take away the career, when you take away the relationships, and this person is stripped of everything that they have, and they're standing there naked, can they still have that same, can they still exude that same confidence? Will they still maintain that same aura? Will they still have that same power? And most likely not, because they are nothing, or they feel nothing, or they have assumed the role of nothingness without it. You're being called to listen to yourself, okay? Navigate according to your compass and not everyone else. That's this whole initiation process of you coming into this Earth Star chakra, with your Earth Star chakra opening and blossoming. Okay, it's because you have been awakened to the truth, and now you need to be enlightened to who you are, figuring out who you are, who God is, where God is taking you, what God wants you to do, okay? What your higher self want and expect from you. All right, so we have potential. Someone here, or you felt confined and restricted at one time because you had to adhere to someone else's order. It's giving that you are an independent thinker. You are an intelligent being. You're a divine being. Okay. You are smart, intelligent, witty. Again, Gemini energy, very, very intelligent, intellectual, witty. Okay. But you were feeling restricted or limited or confined at some point in time. Okay. During this initiation process, or just, in certain periods and moments of your life, because you felt like, damn, this person is always trying to tell me what to do. Or whomever it is that was telling you what to do, you had a completely different narrative, or you had different facts or different information or different beliefs, but you ignored how you felt because you were taking orders from someone else, or you were listening to someone else's advice. Okay. You knew the whole entire time that you are moving in the right direction, but because you did not trust yourself, because you did not trust in yourself, because you did not listen to yourself, you didn't listen to your spirit guides, you weren't paying attention to the signs. Okay. God was trying to gauge and navigate you towards something different, and you felt that shit. You knew that shit. And you went against your judgment. You went against your information. You went against your facts. You went against your gut. You went against your intuition. Okay, you went against your intellect. You went against everything that you were experiencing, and you decided to take that advice. You decided to continue with getting or gaining this support who you knew was disappointing you, who you knew were lying to you, who you knew were manipulating you, who you knew were using you, who you knew was discouraging you, misleading you, and misdirecting you. So it's giving that you kind of knew, and you aren't necessarily angry at the external world. You aren't angry at these people. You aren't angry at this group. You aren't angry at the support. You're really angry at yourself because you're grieving the loss of who you knew that you were. You're angry at yourself because you allowed yourself to be used, even though that is not your calling, even though that was not placed on your heart, even though that was not your mission or assignment or purpose. You allowed that in your life. But again, as you go through this spiritual initiation, it's giving that your physical initiation contradicts your spiritual initiation. Okay, because spiritually, okay, you're being enlightened to who you are, your powers, your gifts, your talents, your skills, your assignment, your mission, and your purpose. All right. And you know that your potential is infinite. You know that spiritually you have wealth. You know, spiritually you are rich. You are a spiritual being, a multidimensional being who can shift, who can alter themselves, who can be flexible, who can put on different masks. Again, Gemini energy. You know that you have all of these creative abilities. You know, a lot of your creative abilities you actually hide. All the great, amazing skills, gifts, and talents that you have, you know, it's like you only show them to certain people, or you've only shared this with certain people, and you're now realizing that you shared those things with the wrong people. Whether it was just telling someone what you were gifted, skilled, or talented at, or, you know, showing this to the people that you were around. All right, without actually exercising your independent thought or exercising your social media. I'm seeing that someone is not utilizing their social media to express or to show these gifts, skills, and talents. Okay, there's giving someone wants to get a certification, but there's some sort of something that has discouraged them, or someone had misled them and said, oh, well, no, don't get that certification because that's not going to make you money. That's not going to be successful. That's not going to bring you in the money that this opportunity will. And you believe that shit. You have all of these, even if that one source of income or that one certification that allows you to use those gifts, skills, and talents, it's something that you're passionate about. It's something that you love doing. It's something that is naturally within you. And even if you decided to invest into that, you have so many other skills, gifts, and talents that can allow you to have multiple sources of income. That doesn't have to be your one source, but someone wanted to confine you and limit you to their idea of success, their idea of wealth, their idea of how to get rich. And you listen to it and you're pissed because now you're starting to see that this person or these people was limiting and restricting you, and then may have turned around and used your ideas for themselves. You have all of these skills, gifts, and talents that you want to work on, that you're interested in. And people keep telling you, no, focus on this. No, don't do that. No, that's not going to be the answer. When God has been telling you and showing you that is actually the answer. That is actually going to bring in your wealth. That is going to bring in your abundance. That's going to make you physically rich and stable, financially stable. And it's giving that you can use all of these sources, all of these talents, gifts, skills. Okay, you can create a foundation where you will have multiple sources of income, and those multiple sources of income aren't going to place you in a position where you're going to be feeling, okay, well, I don't want to go to work today, or I don't want to do this today, or whatever, because you actually are passionate about these things, because you love doing these things, because you naturally want to do these things and express these things. It's naturally in you to do them. So being that it's naturally in you to do them, you can work that shit however you want to. And again, you're becoming aware of that. You're being enlightened to who you are and why God placed you here. You are on divine assignment. You may even be a healer of some sort. And guess what? These people know that. And they wanted to pretend like they were supporting you. Meanwhile, they were pulling you further and further away from your divine assignment, your divine mission, and you are pissed about it. You feel guilty because all of the things that you participated in, all of the things that you invested into, all of those times where you ignored what it is that you wanted to do for someone else, for this group, for these people, for this support and things like that, for this is giving, like, for some sort of information, for some sort of come up. You're now realizing that, goddamn, you put me in this place or in this position that kind of distracted me from what God wanted me to do. Misery loves company. And that's part of why I said there are certain ancestors that you cannot listen to. You're going to have to go against them. There are certain family members you're going to have to go against them. There are certain societal norms that you're going to have to go against. Okay? Yeah, you might end up being alone. Yeah, you might have to be in isolation for a little bit. Yeah, you may have to miss out on some fun. Yeah, you may have to do things that other people aren't willing to do, but in doing so, you're going to arrive at a completely different lifestyle. You're going to arrive at a place or a space, an environment, okay, around people that can actually uplift and support you. And you being happy and not miserable going to that job, miserable being around these people, miserable going to this environment, miserable in your home, okay? Because misery loves company. So of course, if your lineage, your bloodline, okay, certain generations, if they're used to adhering to a certain standard, but then you look around and you're like, okay, well, your ass miserable, your ass is sad, your ass is guilty, your ass is angry, your ass is a drunk, you a weed head, you this, you that. You're not seeing anyone at peace. You're not seeing anyone happy. You're not seeing anyone actually be fulfilled. Okay, you don't see anyone healing. All these people got addictions, all of them overweight, eating terrible, doing all of this. No one's happy. But we have money though. We have wealth though. We have the materials though. We have the people though. We have the network. We have the information, but everybody's still miserable. Nobody's happy. And you see this shit happening. You see it. You know you're supposed to be going in a different direction. You know you're supposed to be doing things differently. And somehow, in some way, at some point in your life, someone convinced you to go in the complete opposite direction that God was calling you to. So we have reflection. You're trying to block out, or at one point you were blocking this out. Okay, you weren't trying to look in the mirror at yourself. You weren't trying to accept the fact that, it's feeling like something about you saw all of these things reflecting back to you. Like I was saying earlier, you saw all of these things mirroring back to you. You saw all these things reflecting back to you. You saw all of the toxicity that you were trying to move away from. Okay, you saw all the unhappiness that you were trying to move away from. You saw all of the chaos that you were trying to move away from, right? On the outside, outward. And you're seeing how that same energy, that those same people, environments, those same behaviors, those same situations, it was starting to reflect inward and back to you. That's who you started to become. The very thing that you despised, the very thing that you didn't want to be around, that's who you were becoming. And again, You had to grieve that. It made you angry or even made you feel guilty. Because you know, this is not me. This is not who I want to be. You can't practice what you want to practice. You feel like you have to hide, okay? Hide all of these things, or, there's something within you that has this deep desire and deep passion for a certain gift, skill, or talent, all right? You want, there's something in you that is urging you and calling you